Good afternoon on this beautiful Thursday, and welcome to Doug Fritz Field here at Saddleback College for today's matchup against the Golden West Rustlers versus Saddleback Bobcats. I'm Dylan Luden along with my co-host Justin Gantz, and Golden West comes into this game with a 20-15 overall record and is 6th in the Orange Empire Conference with a 6-10 record. Saddleback boasts a 27-8 overall record, as well as being first right now in the Orange Empire Conference with a 12-4 record. The Bobcats are also currently on an 8-game win streak dating back to their March 31st win over Santa Ana. The Bobcats currently have a 1-game lead over Riverside with 5 games remaining in conference play. This is the second game of a 3-way series in the Orange Empire Conference, with Saddleback winning the first game 9-6 on Tuesday. Today's temperature is 67 degrees with beautiful sunshine all around the ballpark for today's matchup between the Rustlers and the Bobcats. First pitch will take place momentarily. Today's starting pitcher for the Saddleback Bobcats
will be Ryan Farmer.
Correct, Ryan Farmer. And now Jonas Sebring will be the leadoff hitter for Golden West. He has arguably been their best hitter this year, Justin.
Yeah, we've seen Sebring, do some damage for Golden West. Yeah, it's good to be back in the saddle here at Doug Fritz Field today.
Yeah, he's a true 5-tool player. He leads the team in home runs, and he leads the team in average, as well as stolen bases. Ryan Farmer starts off this game with a changeup in the dirt. Pitcher coming from J. Sarah Catholic High School. Not too far from here. Sebring at the plate has been one of the best hitters in the conference. You can argue the case that he is the best hitter in the conference. He's committed to UC Santa Barbara for next season. This one's fouled off hard to the left side. Might have stung some Bobcats hitters over there in that dugout. They're jumping around.
That ball looked like it hit him, in the arm, it looked like, or a couple of them had to dance out of the way there.
Right. Sebring's very dangerous hitter leading off top of the lineup. Leads the Orange Empire Conference in stolen bases. 1-1 pitch from Farmer. Called strike. Fastball tailing in towards the middle of the plate. Good pitch by Farmer. Now he's ahead in this count 1-2.
Farmer's done pretty well this season on the mound so far.
Yeah, he's one of Saddleback's 3 starting pitchers along with Dylan Singh and Connor Wilford. This one will be fouled off again by Sebring out of play into the parking lot over there. Ryan Farmer on the year. 3rd in the team in innings pitched. 2nd on the team in wins. He's been very effective for the Bobcats. 1-2 pitch on the way. This one's a little dribbler up in play. Zachary Schwartzberg makes the play to Luke Stuka for the first out of this ball game.
Good play from Schwartzberg there over to Stuka. Stuka, who has committed to Cal State Northridge. Good glove catch there for the first out.
Zach Samoya is now up for Golden West. Leads the team in RBIs, batting in the 2-hole today.
See if Farmer could bring some heat on this first pitch here.
First pitch on the way from Farmer, swung on a miss. I think that was the opposite, Justin. That looked like it might have been a changeup. He was pretty out in front of that pitch.
Yeah, back-to-back pitches to start the at-bats with a changeup there.
Very interesting stance, too, I'm noticing from Samoya right now. He's got that little cocked back arm right there behind his ear, and this one will be skied up to left field. Jake Naso ranging to left center. Looks like he's under this one, and he'll make the catch with 2 hands for the second out of the top of the first inning.
And, it's rare to see a player like Jake Naso, catch a ball with 2 hands. Normally you see those left fielders go and grab him with 1 hand.
Right. Jake Naso, very fundamental player. That's why he hasn't made an error all year, Justin. He's been solid out there in center field. He also got a strong arm and great speed. And now we'll see Steven Casas come up.
And don't forget the hitting, Dylan, for Naso. He's been pretty good at the bat this year.
Yeah, he gets on base almost at a 500 clip, almost at a 500 on base percentage. Good for second on the team. Steven Casas, one of the 3 players on Golden West has played in every single game for the Rustlers. 1-0 pitch coming from Farmer. So it'll be skied up in the air. Stuka is charging to the outfield grass. Looks like he might have overran it there, and it drops in the Bermuda Triangle of the second baseman, Schwartzberg, first baseman Stuka, and the right fielder. Right fielder Jonathan Boehm, I should say. Which is interesting because the first couple games that we've broadcast, Boehm has usually been in the DH role, so it'll be interesting to see him fielding today in right field. It's kind of been like a revolving door for multiple players for the Bobcats this year.
Yeah, and we've seen the DH spot, like you said, revolving doors. It's just been, who's going to be the DH next game? You just never know.
Yeah, Tyler DeClusion is batting in the DH spot today for the Bobcats. Next pitch from Farmer. Good pitch there from Farmer, trying to get a swing and miss. But Cassis doesn't go around.
And we've seen Castis, he's been pretty good for Golden West, taking those balls and strikes so far today. Let's see what Farmer can do here.
Fastball kind of runs inside on Cassis, so now Farmer's down in the count. 3-1 count for Cassis with Adam Arroyo on deck. This one's lined, and it'll go over the head of Lance Gardner, and this will be the first base hit for the Golden West Rustlers in this game off of Farmer. Adam Arroyo will now be due up. He's second on the team with 6 home runs, one of their other big power sluggers. All the power hitters from Sebring, Samoya, and Arroyo, 7, 6, 5 home runs each. Ball in the dirt, good block by Disson. Keep Cassis at first base.
Castis looked like he had a good lead there. Maybe a stealing attempt for Golden West.
Possibly. It's very interesting to note that this team has the most stolen bases by far in the Orange Empire Conference. They have 92 as a team, which is the most in the OEC. By the way, second place is 67 stolen bases. So
there's a good pickoff there, but no, that will actually not happen.
Yes, yeah.
As it was an easy back.
Yeah, they're an insane. Yeah, they're an insane running team. And Sebring, who left the inning, he has 21 on the year. Casas has 19, so you got to watch out for him.
Yeah.
Takes a big lead. That's a curveball there, and it'll be fouled off by Arroyo.
To that left side. Sorry there. But, little dribbler. And that one's not going to hit any Saddleback players on that one.
Correct. Yeah, so Casas, 19 stolen bases on the year. Sebring's got 21, and Miles Jenkins, he's got 17. But Arroyo's their big slugger. Second on the team in slugging percentage as well.
See if Farmer could get that second strike.
Oh, that ball's hit a mile long, but it'll go foul. Might hit a truck. Oh, just misses as a truck going down that hill, the left field side. That was a little dangerous there for that truck driver.
Yeah, the last time Dylan and I did a broadcast, we heard a car alarm go off when a ball was hit to the right side of the field. That one was hit left, and that could have made a truck driver angry or, some damage done to that one.
Correct.
And ball in the dirt, and that will bounce
home plate,
off the home plate, and
so
Castis will get the second base.
Yeah, a
wild pitch.
Wild pitch, yeah. Looked like, wasn't sure what kind of pitch that was, but it went through the 5-hole of Jordan Disson.
Looked like it kicked off Disson's pads from our angle.
Well, probably did, too. It looked like it might have hit because it came up and hit the netting, too. It avoided all the padding right back there. And now, so Cass is a dangerous runner, is in scoring position. There's 2 outs, but you never know. Adam Arroyo, he's their big hitter.
You could hit him deep. See what Farmer can do here.
This one's hit a mile high this time. Here comes Koniarski and Gardner. Gardner calls off the third baseman. Davini will make the third out down the top of the first. So after the 2-out hit, no damage done from Ryan Farmer. And we'll head into the bottom first. Score is 0-0. You're listening to KSBR 88.2 and the Saddleback Bobcats YouTube stream. Welcome back as we head into the bottom of the first. Still a 0-0 ball game. Starting pitcher for the Golden West Rustlers will be Brett Wozniak. He leads the team in innings pitched this year, as well as being second on the team in strikeouts with 69, and he's also second in the conference behind his teammate, Jason Blood. Jonathan Boehm is leading off for Saddleback. He'll take a ball outside for the first pitch of this inning.
Yeah, and Wozniak and Blood, like you said, top two guys for Golden West. Even in the last game, Jason Blood pitched well for them, despite giving up the 9 runs to our Bobcats.
Strike one called. Wozniak throwing it away this time, trying to limit the damage from Jonathan Boehm. This one's smoked, and it'll go foul down the third base line. 1-2 on Jonathan Boehm.
Boehm had a pretty good game last time up at Golden West on Tuesday afternoon.
Yes, he did. He had a 1-for-5 game, very solid, and that's strike 3 called. On our part of the play, Boehm disagrees with the call, taking his time to exit the batter's box, and now will come Jordan Disson to the plate, the catcher for the Bobcats. He's on a 15-game hit streak right now.
Yeah. In the last game that we broadcast, Disson hit a home run, nicknamed the Pennsylvania Hammer, as I supposedly called him.
I like it.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania Hammer.
Well,
strike 1 called on
like you said,
Disson.
15-game hitting streak. Can he make it 16 at this at bat?
We'll see. He leads the team in batting average. One pitch is fouled off to the right side.
And that will go out of the stadium.
Yeah, he also is 4th in the OEC in RBIs. He got 35 on the season. He's second on the team behind Cole Karniarski, who leads the OEC in RBIs. We might see Koniarski in this inning. He's batting 4th. Another foul ball. This one's rocketed towards the right side. Some of the Golden West coaches had to move out of the way quickly.
So we've seen 2 balls rocketed to left and right field respectively so far.
Correct. Yeah. Distance trying to stay back on the ball. Wozniak's been only throwing fastballs in the last 2 pitches. Let's see if he changes it up here.
He is a prominently fastball pitcher.
Ooh.
Another strikeout.
That was ball.
Actually,
yeah,
ball. Yeah,
it was a ball. Yeah, the Golden West players thought it was a strikeout. Might have been. Didn't get called though.
Looked like the ump changed his mind there, Dylan.
Could have been.
Yeah.
We'll see. 1-2, and this
It's a
one will
good
be a
hit
line
up the
drive to the
middle.
left center field. Disson's gonna take a turn. He might go to second. He'll stay at first. So Disson will extend his hit streak to 16 games. And now Michael Davini, the third baseman, will be stepping up with 1 gone in the bottom of the first.
A big hit from Disson there. Smacked it up to midfield or left center field, getting past the Golden West players. And here's Michael Davini. He's had a decent year so far.
Yeah, if he did play enough games, he would be the team leader in batting average, but he did have an injury come down there in the middle of the season. We're glad he's back playing now. Take the first pitch inside for ball. Davini currently has a batting average that resides at .413. He also has a home run and 21 RBIs in only 16 games of action. So he's played in a little bit under half the games, and he's done major damage for the Bobcats.
Now, we'd like to see if Davini could drive in Disson here off a base hit.
Strike 1 taken. Looked like off speed. Davini is committed to Coastal Carolina, one of the 3 Saddleback commits we got. Davini's going to Coastal Carolina. Jordan Disson's going to UCSD, UC San Diego. And Luke Stuka's going to Cal State Northridge.
So we got 2 homegrown players playing, locally, and then we'll have 1 guy going back east.
Strike 2 taken on Davini. Fastball away. Wozniak's been really staying away from these Saddleback hitters. That's a pretty good strategy because Saddleback leads the OEC in RBI and runs scored.
Yeah, interestingly enough, throughout this inning, we've seen Wozniak throw those fastballs, and it's been working, but they just have been trying to throw them hard and inside. We've seen most of these pitches.
This time he comes inside into the dirt, so 2-2 count for Davini with Jordan Disson on first base. So 0-0 ball game. Both teams do have a hit already early on. And Davini check the swing. It gets poked out, and this will go off the glove of the second baseman.
As we have runners at first and second now, and look who's coming up the bat.
Cole
We have
Karniarski,
Cole
yeah.
Karniarski. Karniarski has been on a tear so far.
Yeah,
He's hit some dingers so far, so let's see what Karniarski could do, driving a run.
Yeah, he leads the team with home runs in 5, but not last play there. Casas took a interesting route to the ball, trying to get it quickly and flip it to first base because there wasn't really any chance of a second play. The ball wasn't hit very hard by Davini, so this will probably be ruled an error on Casas, and Koniarski takes, looks like a slider in for strike 1.
And due to it being a beautiful sunny day here at Doug Fritz Field, the sun definitely can get in your eyes on that first base line as we started this game here.
Yeah, it's nice, 67 degrees, no clouds in the sky, but the wind is breezing our way. Ball 1 away, taken by Koniarski. Again, runners on first and second, distance on second. Davini is on first with only 1 out. And Koniarski leads the conference in RBI, so this is the matchup that he likes.
And Karniarski fouls that one way back, and it looks like it goes into the parking lot yet again.
Correct. I don't have my rental car anymore, Justin, so I gotta be more careful about where I park my car this time.
Hey, if you have car insurance, I would recommend getting some.
I don't think it would be a bad idea if you don't get car insurance. A ground ball to the shortstop. We'll flip it to Casas to second base, and that will be a double play to end the inning. Koniarski grounds into a double play. So we head to the top, and second score is still 0-0. You're listening to Saddleback Bobcats Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and the YouTube channel. Welcome back to Saddleback Baseball. Score is 0-0 as we head into the top of the second. Dylan Cordick will be up leading off the inning for the Rustlers. As we touched on a bit earlier, this team leads the league, or sorry, conference I should say, in stolen bases by a large margin. And a lot of their starters are hitting way above 300 as well. Team that hits for average, gets on base, steals bases, tries to set up runs.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So far, we've seen most of these guys bat right, so first lefty batter of the game.
Yeah. Cordic has a 389 average, good for second on the team. And this one will be another check swing hit. Farmer will field this one off the mound. He'll throw to Stuka for the first out of this inning. That's already 2 times today where we've seen a check swing get put into play.
Yeah, one side on each, or one for each team. Good throw from Farmer there to Stuka to get the out.
Noah Estrom will be up. Plays catcher, but he'll be DHing today with Adam Arroyo behind the plate. Estrom was a huge player in the last game for Golden West, even though they lost 6-9 to Saddleback. This one will be fouled hard towards Saddleback dugout. He had 2 RBIs in the last game, Noah Estrom, along with Davis Hildebrandt, who's batting towards the bottom of this lineup. See him possibly in this inning.
So far, we've seen Farmer throw, some good changeups in the dirt. looked like that was a fastball down there. So let's see what Farmer could do here on the 1-0 pitch. I'm sorry, the 0-1 pitch.
Ball in the dirt, back picked by Disson, and I'll be 1-1 on Noah Estrom. Ryan Farmer, he's second on the team in strikeouts. 44 innings, 44 and 2/3 innings pitch heading into today's ballgame with 28 strikeouts. Another foul ball by Estrom. Now Farmer's back into it, 1-2.
That was fouled right near the Saddleback bench. Just hits the back netting on the left side.
Yeah, Saddleback's already faced a lot of foul balls their direction, probably like 3 or 4, and they've all been fairly hard hit as well. Some might have actually hit a couple of the Saddleback players on the first foul ball that went over there. 1-2 pitch from Farmer. Ooh.
Gets away from him there.
That pitch had a lot of spin on it, Justin. It looked like a curveball there. Disson did a good job of blocking it, even though there was no runners on base.
Yeah, even if there's no runners, you got to show that hustle with a good block there. See if Farmer could go for his first strikeout of the game right here.
2-2 pitch on the way, and this will be a line drive in between the third baseman and shortstop. It'll be a base hit for Noah Estrom.
Yeah, good hit for Estrom there as he roped that thing down the line. Or I'm sorry, down in between the shortstop and third baseman.
DJ McEvers will now be up for the Rustlers. He's playing center field today, and he is from Menifee High School in Paloma Valley.
Another pickoff attempt from Frazier there.
Yeah, and like we touched on earlier, this team leads the conference in stolen bases by a large margin. Ryan Farmer has got to keep them close if he wants to try to limit their run production today.
And we haven't seen a lot of leadoffs from Golden West, even though they do lead the conference in steals.
This will be a line drive to right center field. This will be go down for extra bases. He'll hit Nasa will cut it off right before the wall. He'll relay it to Schwartzberg. The throw will go to third, and it won't be in time. Davini cannot get the ball, and a runner will head the home as the ball heads into the Saddleback dugout. So that'll be an RBI triple from McEvers. He'll come home on the wild throw, and now the Golden West Rustlers lead 2-0 early on in this ball game.
And Dylan, that's an inside the Parker right there, despite it being a wild pitch and into the Bobcats dugout. So
yeah, a little bit of a little league home run, you could say,
so
because it's a triple. It's triple and an error.
Yeah, so in our book we'll count that as an inside of Parker, but officially they're going to count it as a triple and an error.
Yeah, not sure who the error would go on. The throw was a decent throw by Naso too on the one hop. Davini just couldn't come up with it in time, so we'll see what they ruled. They could actually rule it inside the park home run, so we'll see, because that was a very iffy play, and this will be a strike one taken away by Gunnar McGran. And it looks like, from my ruling, looks like they have not ruled it an error. So strike two on McGran. Farmer working early.
We just got an update from the booth, and they just told us it was scored on an error, and Erstrom did score off the error. So they are going to count it as a run batted in, but it will be counted as a triple.
Correct, and the error will be charged on third baseman Michael Davini, the scorebook says. And this will be a strike three, swinging in the dirt. Great pitch, and that's a great bounce back at bat by Ryan Farmer. McGran goes down on 3 pitches, swinging that a changeup in the dirt.
And it will be Ryan Farmer's first strikeout of the game.
Correct. Now we'll see Davis Hildenbrandt bat. He was another one of those crucial bats, and Golden West lost the first game of the series, 6-9, trying to end Saddleback's 8-game win streak they have going on.
And you can tell right now that Golden West have been really trying to just up the ante, get a redemption game from that devastating 9-6 loss on Tuesday.
Yes, and the strike one, first pitch from Farmer, strike away for strike one. Now it's 0-1 count on Hildenbrandt. Goes back at him again. This won't be a line drive to Koniarski, and he'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. Golden West scores 2 runs in the top of the second inning, thanks to a triple by McEvers. As we'll head into the bottom of the second, you're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and the Saddleback Bobcats YouTube live stream. Welcome back. You're listening to Saddleback Bobcats on KSBR 88.5 in the YouTube live stream against Golden West. Golden West, the Rustlers are up 2-0 after an RBI triple from McEvers last inning, where he came around the score on the error. And now we'll see Luke Stuka, the first baseman for Saddleback, lead off this inning. Takes strike one, fastball away on the black.
Stuka has been a really key part in Saddleback's winning streak so far, as he's been, doing some really good hitting.
Another fastball away. This time he'll miss the plate for ball one. Stuka, as we mentioned earlier, is a Cal State Northridge commit after coming here from Corona Del Mar High School and Cal State University San Marcos.
That was ball in the dirt, so we have a 2-1 count here.
It looked like a curveball there by Wozniak, and he's known for his strikeout pitching. Again, second in the conference in strikeouts. Try going to that fastball away for a third time in this at-bat. Misses again, so now it'll be 3-1 on the lefty Stuka. Lefty on lefty matchup.
See if we can get our first walk of the game here.
Stuka fouls off on a way fastball for strike two, so it's a full count on Stuka. Zachary Schwartzberg, the second baseman, is on deck for the Bobcats.
This is our first full count of the game so far. Let's see if Stuka can do some damage here.
Stuka asks for time and he gets it. Steps out after a huge, big, crucial pitch from Wozniak. Curveball gets Stuka looking for strike three. He thought that was a walk. Started heading over to the first base side. Now a retreat to the dugout.
Second time we've seen that by Wozniak, as he's thrown him on the outside, and the batters have just looked at it, see if they, got the ball, but they, get struck out again. So third strikeout of the game for Wozniak.
Second strikeout of the game, excuse me.
Second, sorry.
Zachary Schwartzberg, second baseman's now due up. Batting .354 on the year for the Bobcats. This one will be grounded to second baseman Casas, and it eats him up. And Schwartzberg will be safe. So he already has an error already in this game. Casas does, the second baseman. That might be ruled as base hit. That was a pretty bad hop that he took, but Casas was in front of it. So let's see what this one will be ruled. And now pretty quick ruling, that'll be an error. So Casas' second error of the game at second base will lead to red-hot Lance Gardner batting the shortstop for the Bobcats. He had a home run in the victory last game against Golden West. Their 9-6 victory.
Yeah, Lance Gardner has come up clutch in a couple games so far. So let's see if he can come up clutch here and tie this game up on a 2-run dinger, maybe.
Possibly. Curveball, ball one.
And like I've mentioned before, with the sun being on that right side, Costas could have, lost it again by looking up when the ball was hit towards him, even though it was a ground ball.
2-0 now on Lance Gardner. He had a really big game again, like we mentioned, 3 for 4. Along with that home run, he also had 2 RBIs in the last game. They're going to go away again for another fastball. This will be ball 3, so let's see if Gardner gets the green light here. This might be easy take for him, but Wozniak's one of the best pitchers in this conference, so.
If I'm Wozniak, I would walk Gardner after what happened on Tuesday in Golden West.
There he goes, attacks him. This time it'll be a strike 1, fastball down the middle.
Seems on those first 3 pitches you couldn't get a good grip on him, and that's why they were slipping away in that one curveball on the inside to start that at bat.
Garner's a local product coming from Capo Valley High School. This one will be flown to center field. Center field is shielding it from the sun. Will he make the catch? He does. Throw comes in a bit wild, but it'll be in front of Cassis for the second out of this inning. Nice play by the center fielder, McEvers, who had the huge RBI triple last inning. He was trying to battle the sun there. That ball went high, and especially with the wind, that could have been flown out, but it'll stay in the ballpark, and now we'll see the designated hitter, Tyler Declusion, up. Leads the team in stolen bases, which is pretty rare to see. You see that your speed threat batting DH today, but Saddleback have a lot of key fielders, and they wanted to give Declusion maybe a little bit of a break from fielding today. Try to keep him fresh, as the managers would say. Usually when you want to put someone in DH role, you want to try to give them a little bit of break so that they're only on their feet a little bit when they're hitting or running, but not when they're fielding, standing on. Because Declusion is a utility man. He plays outfield, plays infield, so he's all around the diamond.
It's rare to see him in a DH spot today. So far, we've seen Golden West go 1 for 3 with 2 outs, and Saddleback has not been able to get any hits with 2 outs so far in this game. So let's see what Declusion could do here.
1-1 count. Yeah. 1-1 count after he fell off the last pitch. This will be a curveball coming in there down the middle for strike 2. Declusion is a Colorado native, coming over here from high school, playing for the Bobcats for a couple years now. 1-2. This one will be skied up to center field. McEvers running in, and he'll make the catch to end this inning. So after Schwartzberg got on with the error, Saddleback couldn't capitalize on the mistake from Golden West. They'll lead 2-0 as we head into the top of the third. Again, you're listening to KSBR 88.2 and the YouTube live stream for Saddleback Bobcats baseball. Welcome back to Saddleback Baseball. Correction from the last couple innings. You're listening to KSBR 88.5 and the YouTube live stream for this game. Jonas Sebring, the leadoff hitter for Golden West, will step in, and he has been arguably the best hitter not on the team but in the conference this year. And Golden West has arguably the best hitter in the conference and the best pitcher in the conference as well.
So Seabird 0 for 1 on today.
Yeah, Jason Blood's the other pitcher. He started in the first game for Golden West, and Saddleback were able to get to him early, and that's why they had success. Sebring grounds it. Gardner backhands, throws it in the hole, and he'll make the play. Great play by Lance Gardner on the backhand to get out the CD Sebring, who leads the conference in stolen bases.
And it's rare to see those backhand throws more importantly, a dive there from Garner. That's a gem of a play right there from him to Stuka.
Yeah, Garner's an excellent fielder at shortstop, and he just demonstrated why. He's the main shortstop for the Bobcats this year. And now we'll see Zach Samoya do it. Samoya's third on the team in home runs with 5. Strike 1 called on the fastball.
We've seen a mixture of both teams. More importantly, we've seen Golden West going after that first pitch. It's a rare to see, so many players go and swinging for that first pitch.
Next pitch from Farmer, trying to go away there, just misses the play for now. It's a 1-1 count.
That wind taken really good into effect, as you could see the wind blowing on all the jerseys of the players, and the wind is blowing from left to right today.
Next pitch from Farmer, lined
Smoked
foul.
that thing to left field.
Yes.
And once again, another foul ball for Golden West off Farmer.
Zach Samoya, one of the heavy hitters in this Golden West lineup, hailing from Los Alamitos High School. His batting stance reminds me a lot of Padres outfielder Will Myers, the way his hands are so far back there. And this one will be looped in the center field. Here comes Naso running in. He'll make the diving catch. What a play by Jake Naso, again showing his defensive prowess in center field.
Jacob Naso with the spectacular diving catch, back-to-back plays. It's rare to see that, Dylan, where you see both guys to get the outs making diving plays. And more importantly, a diving catch in the outfield. That right there is another highlight play.
Yeah, Jake Naso again on our last live broadcast, when I did it with Mark Spin, he made another excellent diving play along with 2 great assists. First pitch from Farmer to the 3-hole hitter Casas will be a curveball in there for strike 1.
Farmer's doing so well here in the top of the third, as we've seen. He's given up the run last inning. So let's see if Farmer could continue the streak and deliver some good pitches on the inside.
Yeah, 1-1 now after Farmer goes back to the well again with the curveball, but misses this time. Yeah, he's only giving up 1 hit. It was that RBI triple there by McEvers that scored him.
Scored McEvers and Estrim.
Yes. This one's a chopper by Casas. Garner takes his time getting to the ball, throws a bullet, and Stuka with a nice little pick over that first base to end the inning. Saddleback baseball are losing 2-0 as we head into the bottom of the third. You're listening to KSBR 88.5 and Saddleback Bobcats YouTube live stream. Welcome back to Doug Fritz Field here in beautiful Mission Viejo on this Thursday, 67 degrees, as center fielder Jake Naso will step into the box after making a fantastic diving play ranging to his left. last inning. So let's see if he capitalizes on the momentum here.
And Naso is a power hitter, so we can see some big hits if he can step into them.
Yeah, Naso showcased that gap-to-gap power as Justin was displaying. But he loves getting on base. That's his game. Second on the team in on-base percentage. That's strike one called on Jake Naso.
That ball with a little bit on the outside of the plate there. Interesting that they call that one a strike.
This one will be a chopper to first baseman. He can't feel it cleanly, and Jake Naso will beat it out. And he'll be safe. Well, this could be ruled an error. It was a difficult play for the first baseman, Magran over there.
Yeah, once again, you know, they've been having trouble on that first baseline. First with Castus twice, and then McGren on that one.
This will be ruled as a base hit for Jake Naso. So he'll raise his average up, which was 326 heading into today's game. Along with that on-base percentage. 458, excuse me, third on the team. Jonathan Boehm is now second on the team in on-base percentage, and he'll be batting here for the Bobcats.
So this is Boehm's second at-bat of the day.
Struck out in the first at-bat looking, and he'll take a pitch, strike one. Jake Naso's got 3 stolen bases on the year, so he can swipe a bag if he wants to. And they're down by 2. This is early on, so Wozniak does a little fake pickoff move trying to keep Naso close to the bag.
Naso does have a good lead there, and that one will be fouled.
Boehm got jammed pretty heavily. You can see that backspin on the ball where it landed fair and just shot foul towards the Golden West dugout.
And once again, we've seen, you know, Wozniak likes to throw him inside and jam the hitters, but also he likes to throw them fast and down low to get the guys swinging. But we've seen so far that Wozniak has just been killer on the mound. In my mind, I think it's been a pitcher's duel despite the error given up for a run.
By Farmer, yeah, ball 2. Way by Jonathan Boehm. Excuse me, ball 1, I should say. Brett Wozniak, one of the 2 commits on this Golden West team. He's going to High Point College, North Carolina, and that's a swing and a miss by Jonathan Boehm. A nasty curveball there by Brett Wozniak. He demonstrated in the first at-bat, too, with Boehm, and this time he'll go inside with the curveball. Get his 3rd strikeout of the day.
And Boehm's second strikeout as he goes 0 for 2 today. So let's see what the Pennsylvania Hammer, Jordan Disson, can do. Maybe bring in Naso on a homer.
Yeah, Jordan Disson coming in this game. He had a 15-game hit streak. He extended it with a single last inning. And Arroyo will do a back pick to Naso. He'll be safe. Adam Arroyo, we've been watching the warm-ups. He's got a cannon of an arm, and he was able to demonstrate there and make that play look close. I thought originally when he tried back picking Naso, he didn't have a chance, and that was a very close play over that first base.
Naso even looked a little bit like he didn't know what was going on, and then he realized, I got to get back.
Strike 1 taken high and away by Jordan Disson. Disson was formerly part of Richmond's baseball program before heading here. Richmond Spiders. Like Justin said, the Pennsylvania Hammer, as Justin gets his new nickname. And that's strike 2 taken by Disson. Came from Malvern Prep over in the Pennsylvania area.
Let's see if he can continue this hitting streak to 17. As 1-2 pitch will be thrown.
Disson watches it all the way in. It's a curveball that misses the zone, so that's 2-2. Disson had a 15-game hit streak coming in today's game, and that single extended to 16. Jake Naso's over at first after he got a chop base hit. Michael Davini, the 3rd-hole hitter, is on deck. Disson flies this one to right field and go foul past the batting cages.
Yeah, both sides are open on the left and right, so if I'm Disson, I would be hitting it either way.
Playing him pretty evenly, as they should, because Jordan Disson's a very good all-around hitter. He leads the team in batting average with a 380 mark. Disson, umpire said he does go around on the check swing. It was a curveball in the dirt. Another one by Wozniak. That's his 4th strikeout of the game. And again, Wozniak is second in the conference in strikeouts. He has 69 entering this game, and now he'll have 73 strikeouts on the year. Third baseman Michael Davini will step up, a former Aliso Nagel standout.
Let's see what Davini could do here. Maybe bring in Naso off a hit, get a run for Saddleback. Let's see what he could do.
Yeah, kind of the same situation which Golden West got their RBI with the runner on first. Naso will take off. Davini lines at the center field, so Naso will drop. Naso around second. He'll be at third. Great call there by the third base coach. Hit and run for Michael Davini. That was a fastball high and down the middle, and he's able to line it to center field. Another base hit for Davini. He's been on fire ever since his coming back from injury. Now we'll see left fielder, number 44, Cole Karniarski, up with runners on the corners and 2 gone.
Let's see what Karniarski can do. Drive home a run off a base hit. Again, both teams are playing them even, so let's see what Karniarski could do.
Coming into today's game, Koniarski was actually tied for first in RBIs. He's held the sole position for most of the season. See if he can try to get that number 1 position back to himself in this game. Takes a ball in the dirt for ball 1.
So once again with 2 outs, they finally get their first hit of the game.
Strike 1 taken by Cole Karniarski. Both teams have 3 hits in this ball game so far, but there's been 2 errors made by Golden West. Saddleback haven't been able to capitalize on those errors. Golden West have been able to keep those runners at first off the errors, but Koniarski swings badly there on the curveball. Wozniak's curveball has been working really well today for him, and that's why he, again, second in the conference in strikeouts.
Yeah, Wozniak's been just, like you said, he's been throwing those curveballs, but where he's been throwing those curveballs is really down low and trying to get him to bounce in the dirt, make him swing off a bouncer.
1-2 pitch from Wozniak. Again, he'll go with a curveball this time away. No chance Koniarski was going to swing at that one. It was too far away from the plate. Good block by Adam Arroyo to keep the runners at the corners.
Yeah, both catchers have been doing a good job of blocking the balls from getting away from him.
Yeah, that's one of the position battles I was looking most forward to watching today. Adam Arroyo and Jordan Diston. Koniarski's able to just get a piece of that fastball away to remain in this at-bat.
And that will be tipped back towards the backstop.
2-2 on Koniarski. 2's all around, I should say. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And 2 men on.
Exactly. Even though we're in the top or bottom of the third. Excuse me. Swing and a miss on another curveball by Wozniak.
5th strikeout of the game for Wozniak now.
Yeah, he's mowing down these Saddleback hitters. As we head into the top of the 4th, Golden West are up 2-0. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and Saddleback Bobcats YouTube live stream. Welcome back to beautiful sunny Mission Viejo for this game against Saddleback Bobcats and the Golden State Rustlers. The Golden State are currently up 2-0 as we head into the top of the 4th, and Adam Arroyo, the catcher, will be due up, and he fouls off a curveball for strike 1.
That's the first foul tip we've seen from Golden West, Dylan. We've seen a couple foul tips from Saddleback, but that's the first one we've seen just tipped off the bat of Adam Arroyo right there.
Arroyo chops one to Davini. He'll hop, makes the play. The throw is in time to Stuka for the first out.
Yeah, what we've been seeing so far from Ryan Farmer is he's got one strikeout in the game, while his opponent Wozniak has been just killer with the strikeout. So we'd like to see Farmer throw some good pitches at it. So let's see what Ryan could do here.
Right fielder Kordich will now be due up for Golden West from San Pedro. Strike one taken by.
That was a good pitch from Farmer there, throwing it down low.
Yeah,
I'd like
good.
to see those fastballs down.
Good start on Kordich by Farmer. He goes away, and Kordich just pokes it out there, and the wind's going to blow it fair towards the line. Koniarski fields it. Kordich will stay at first.
Yeah, that was a good hit from Kordic.
Yeah.
Again, you have that wind blowing. Now it's blowing from right to left now,
Yeah, that was a good piece of hitting by Kordich.
and the wind just, knocked that thing down.
He's got 2 stolen bases, but his average of 389 is second on the team, so he loves to get on base, and that's another opportunity for him to possibly score a run. And we'll see Noah Estrom do up.
Estrom was the first run scorer off a wild pitch. So let's see if Farmer could get them into a double play with a ground ball to the left side or right side.
Noah Estrom is the DH today. Caught in the first game. Another curveball by Farmer. Be ball. I'm noticing, Justin, that a lot of Golden West's position players, they have the belt with the signs on them. Have you ever used that before?
I've never seen that before. Maybe a new tactic here.
Ground ball to Schwartzberg, turns it to Garner.
And we got the double play just like I said. Like I said, go to the right side, get the double play, inning over.
Inning over. Farmer gets double play the end of the inning as we head into the bottom of the fourth. Golden State Rustlers lead the Saddleback Bobcats 2-0. You're listening to Saddleback Radio, KSBR 88.5, and the YouTube live stream. Welcome back to Saddleback Baseball. Saddleback is currently trailing the Golden West Rustlers 2-0 as we head into the bottom of the fourth with Luke Stuka leading off the inning. Stuka will be followed up by Zachary Schwartzberg, the second baseman, and Lance Gardner, the shortstop. Quick notes about Golden West. They had a 5-game losing streak in the middle of the conference play. That's why they're in 6th place, but after that, they've been 6-3 since. They have all very similar stats to Saddleback in terms of run production, home runs, and team ERA.
Yeah, we spoke to Golden West's coach before the games, and he told us that in order for Golden West to make the playoffs, they basically need to win out the rest of the season. As we've seen Brett Wozniak throw his 54th pitch right there. Here's pitch 55.
There's a strike taken by Luke Stuka, fastball away. Checking with the umpire, doesn't agree with that call. 1-2 now on the Cal State Northridge commit. Wozniak is also committed himself, going to High Point in North Carolina. This one will be skied to center field. Center fielder falls down. He comes charging in. He'll make the play. Great rebound by McEvers. As he fell down originally when the ball was hit by Stuka, and he made a great play charging in. The wind might have helped him too, because it looked like it kept the ball up in the air for a long time.
Yeah, and we've seen, the center fielders today for both sides, kind of playing acrobatically, if I must say.
Yeah, defense is on full display in this game. Jake Neeson also made a diving play a couple innings ago in center field. Now the second baseman Zachary Schwartzberg will be due up.
As he's turned 2 double plays today for Saddleback.
Fouls off that first pitch. Nice little snag by the Golden West coach off the backstop. It's looking like Matrix there, Keanu Reeves.
If we had a 360 camera, get a good shot of that.
Oh, exactly. With some 90s editing as well. Ball 1, the curveball, taken by Zachary Schwartzberg. He's a very solid player. He comes from Gonzaga University, hails from the San Diego area, but he's got a high average. He's got a couple home runs as well, and he plays very solid second base for the Bobcats. Strike 2, fastball away, taken by Schwartzberg.
And Wozniak again throwing the heat tonight.
Yeah, he's doing great work on the mound. Yeah, for the Rustlers. He's got 5 strikeouts so far, 3 1/3 innings pitched, but Saddleback have been able to get his pitch count up there. He's at 58 now after that strikeout on Schwartzberg. 6 of the game for Brett Wozniak, sticking to his strength and his plus stuff. He's been able to strike out 6 Bobcat hitters as we move to Lance Garner, who is the MVP of the first game of the series after hitting a home run going 3 for 4.
Yeah, and I would like to point out that we do have a lot of Golden West fans who made the trip down, so good to see them supporting their team. So let's see what Gardner can do here and maybe get us a run on the board finally.
Yeah, Saddleback baseball are currently leading 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning with Gardner up 1-0 count.
Golden West.
Golden West.
As that comes right back at us.
It's a little confusing, Golden West and then Golden State. Little tricky there. Golden State Warriors in the playoffs right now, making a nice little run. You see that game? Jordan Poole went off for the Warriors.
Yeah, Clay Thompson said that he wished he could do that when he was 20 years old. That's another one fouled back towards us. Back-to-back hits from Gardner, heading right towards our broadcast booth.
Yeah, broadcasting right behind home plate today, just like all the other games.
Yeah, beautiful sunny day with a cool breeze that are blowing from right to left. Started the game with the breeze from left to right.
Yeah, now I'll favor all the right-handed hitters. Next pitch from Wozniak, and it's strike 3 looking. Another strikeout for Brett Wozniak, his 7th of the game.
Yeah, that 7. I would say, Dylan, that was a great pitch from Wozniak, but that should have been a ball.
Well, could have been. It was pretty 50-50 call, but as we'll head in the top of the 5th, Golden West Rustlers lead Saddleback Baseball 2-0. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on Saddleback Radio, KSBR 88.5, and Saddleback YouTube live stream. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Saddleback Bobcats baseball here on KSBR 88.5 and Saddleback YouTube live stream. Saddleback currently losing 2-0 to the Golden State Rustlers. Saddleback won the first game 9-6 in this series on Tuesday. That final game in this series will be on Saturday.
Golden West Rustlers. And I'm Justin Gans commentating.
Oh, this ball is absolutely launched by DJ McEvers. Koniarski's on the warning track, and this will be caught. I thought that was going to go out.
Yeah, good grab from Koniarski there in left field. Had to make a little jump for it. It's rare you see that, Dylan. You know, you have a guy like Koniarski to go up and grab it. You know, he's got the arm strength for it to toss him in, too.
Yeah, McEvers got a curveball there by Ryan Farmer on the first pitch, and he drove it really well. That wind, though, that wind is very strong, and it held the ball up and probably helped it from not going out of this ballpark. Ball one taken by Gunnar McGran, coming, actually a local guy, coming from Santa Margarita High School in Rancho Santa Margarita.
Coming back to where it all started for him, basically. Rancho Santa Margarita, not far from here.
And then next to the over from Mission Viejo. Strike one taken by McGran by Ryan Farmer. After that triple from McEvers, Farmer's been doing really good work on the mound for the Bobcats. This one's fouled off by McGran.
Yeah, we've seen Farmer, you know, looked like he was rattled for a second, but he's managed to, you know, get some good pitches in late.
Yeah, Farmer's been one of the three starting pitchers, along with Dylan Singh and Connor Wilford for the Bobcats. This one's fouled off again by McGran.
That's another one fouled back to the backstop. That will go to the left of us.
Yeah. Ryan Farmer tied for second on the team in wins. Right now, as the game stands, he would be up for the loss. Yeah, third loss of the season if that's how the score pans up. And Farmer doesn't get an outside pitch there. He thought it would have been strike three, but now it'll be ball two on Gunnar McGran.
Yeah, Gunnar's been keeping a good eye on these pitchers so far in this at-bat. Let's see if Farmer could get him out.
McGran, the first baseman, rolls one over to Schwartzberg. He ranges, makes the throw. That was a great play by Zachary Schwartzberg. Decided not to backhand that because that would be the easier play for him. Wanted to get in front of it, make sure the ball is going to the outfield. And that was a great job over there by the former Gonzaga man.
Yeah, and a good run there from Schwartzberg as he just gets the ball and a quick throw to Luke Stuka at first base.
Yeah, Schwartzberg was playing more towards the first base side with the lefty McGran. That up the middle was pretty wide open. Schwartzberg made a great job ranging and making that play. And now we'll see Davis Hildenbrandt be up for the Rustlers. The number 9 hole hitter, Jonas Sebring, one of the most dangerous hitters in the conference, is on deck. So it would be crucial for Farmer to set down Hildenbrandt here.
So Sebring, first at bat in the order, coming up for his third attempt. And that one's high on him.
Yeah, backs off Hildenbrandt a little bit. He's the shortstop in today's ball game. Crucial part of Golden West offense in the last game. He had 2 RBIs. So we know how Golden West has the most stolen bases in the league with 92, but Henninger in the game. Oh, Davini makes a nice little backhand play. He'll make the throw. Great fielding by third baseman Michael Davini to end this inning. As we head into the bottom of the 5th inning, you're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and Saddleback YouTube live stream. We'll pause 15 seconds for station identification. Doug Fritz Field on the campus of Saddleback College for today's ball game between Saddleback Bobcats and the Golden West Rustlers.
Rustlers lead Saddleback 2-0 as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning.
Tyler Declusion's leading off for Saddleback. He'll try laying down a bunt, misses, and it'll be strike one.
Yeah, in the last game Dylan and I called, we saw multiple bunt attempts. Walking Hines, who was not playing today, laid down a beautiful bunt in that game, and
Stuka too. Luke
Yeah.
Stuka, sneaky good bunter, even though he's a slugging first baseman.
oh yeah, Stuka, I forgot about that one.
Declusion takes a ball high. There's a fastball down the middle, but misses the zone too high for Declusion. Fouls off the curveball right towards us. Barely evades the, barely escapes the fans in the stands. Just flying over. That was very close.
Yeah. Again, we've seen some fly balls, just a couple of them over into the parking lot near the library, and a couple of them over into the parking lot to the right of us.
That was a strike three called on Tyler Declusion. That's Wozniak's 8th strikeout of the night. 4 1/3, 8 strikeouts. Again, he's second in the conference in strikeouts. He might just pass his teammate Jason Blood in this game for the most strikeouts. As Blood didn't go that far into the first game, Saddleback were able to get to him early.
Yeah, Wozniak has been doing a great job on Saddleback so far.
Jake Naso got a base hit in his first time around. He'll take ball 1 to begin this at-bat.
See if Naso can get 2 on today so far.
And he did, actually, because he was only down 5 strikeouts. Wozniak was to his teammate Blood for the conference lead, and Naso will foul off a fastball there. Now with that strikeout, he had a couple strikeouts back because he has 8 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he takes the lead over from his teammate Jason Blood, who started in the first game from Golden West. As a team, they lead the conference in strikeouts. Naso, and this will be a base hit most likely. Didn't even touch the glove of the first baseman McGran.
Even though McGran tried to make that nice save, it just hopped over him there. So
Yeah,
another great hit from Jake Naso.
2 for 2 in this ball game. Yeah, McGran tried backhanding it, didn't get in front of that ball, and that ball had some weird spin too. Naso has been able to get on base in unconventional ways, to be honest with you, because they weren't really hard hit. They're hard spin on it. And another one was a chopper that he beat out using his speed, his legs, his hustle. And now Jonathan Bain will bat again. He's in the leadoff spot for Saddleback. He'll foul off the first pitch.
That ball came right past us, almost hit us here in the broadcast booth, but just got a little bit high and got over to the netting. And Dylan, we have seen Naso, do a great job so far, but half of the hits that we have produced so far have been foul balls that have left the stands, like that one right there, or we've gotten on base due to errors.
Yeah, I haven't been a lot of hard hit balls by Saddleback. Jordan Disson, who's on deck, he had a hard hit single in the first inning, but yeah, Golden West has committed 2 errors so far and hasn't hurt him yet. Wozniak next pitch to Bain, he'll foul this one off. All these Saddleback hitters have really been behind on Wozniak's fastball because his curveball is so dangerous and they're trying to sit on it, but it's hard to sit on that pitch when he's been able to strike out a majority of his 8 strikeouts today on that curveball.
Yeah, and we have seen that curveball drop in the dirt multiple times, and the boys have been swinging.
It's another curveball. Bain grounds at the shortstop, but he can't make it cleanly. The throw to first is not in time. It'll go away. Bain gets tripped. Bain is holding his ankle. Naso will advance to third, and this is not good right now for Saddleback.
It looked like...
Yeah, it looked like so. Bain was trying to...
He was trying to evade the runner, or evade the first baseman, but he did trip over Bag, and he's in pain.
Yeah.
Here
for the
medical staff from Saddleback and a couple medical staff from Golden West, but it looked like he rolled his ankle there, and that is not good.
Yeah, Bain looks like he's in a lot of pain, but on that play, it was a curveball, and Bain got a slow ground ball to the shortstop Hildenbrand. He couldn't field it cleanly, and he threw it pretty hard to the first baseman McGran. It went by him, and McGran tried going towards the first base side past the Golden West dugout to go retrieve that ball, and it looked like he got Jonathan Bain tripped up on ankle of McGran. McGran looks okay. He's up standing at first base, but Bain is still down, testing out. Trainers are testing out his ankle right now.
Yeah, Naso will advance to third off of that play, but, all of our best wishes are to Bram right now as he is being checked out on the medical staff on the first base line. We'll take a timeout for 30 seconds. This is KSBR 88.5 Saddleback Bobcats baseball.
All right, welcome back to this live stream on Saddleback Bobcats YouTube stream, as well as on radio 88.5 KSBR. Just a recap from when we last took our break, Jonathan Boehm was able to beat out an error on Hildenbrandt, and he rolled his ankle on the first baseman, Gunnar McGran. So he'll be taken out of the game, limping, trying to put as less pressure on the ankle as he can while trying to walk it out. But there will be a new pinch runner for Saddleback, and from my viewpoint, looks like it might be Liam O'Connor, which would make sense because he is an outfielder. And yeah, it is Liam O'Connor. He'll be the pinch runner now for Saddleback. And Jordan Disson will now be up after that long stoppage. Wozniak, I should say, the pitcher for Golden West. He has been on his A game today, passing his teammate Blood for the strikeout lead in the conference. He's got 8 through 4 1/3 innings of work. Runners on the corners now with 1 out for Jordan Disson. Top 5 in the conference in RBIs, and he leads the team in batting average. So this is the right hitter you want if you're Coach Sumner McCartney.
Yeah, if I were Disson, I'd go for a pop looper into center or left or right field and get a sac fly to get the first run in the game for our Bobcats.
Well, Justin, you call him the Pennsylvania Hammer. Can't call him that for nothing. Let's see if he can maybe get some extra bases, and he looks like he might. And this will drop into the right center field gap, and it'll hit the wall.
And it looks like
Mesa will come home, and O'Connor is going to get hauled up at third, and it's a RBI double for Jordan Disson.
And the Pennsylvania Hammer strikes again. He keeps on swinging the bat, and once again, Disson just smacked one into right, and we have our first run in the game. It is 2-1 Golden West, but a huge hit for Disson, and the boys have 2 men on, and let's see if the Bobcats can tie this thing up.
Yeah, this is another good hitter at the plate right now for Saddleback, Michael Davini. He's batting above 400 on the year, heading this game, and it should stay the same. He's got a home run to his name before he went down with injury.
Yeah, both teams, Golden West has the left and right side both open, so a good hit to the right side. Get on our home here.
Davini chops this one. It'll go over the head of Sebring, fielded by the shortstop, and it's a great play. Oh, wait. Now he's out. Disson will be out at third base. He is very frustrated by the call on the third baseman. He thought he evaded the tag by the third baseman, Sebring. That was a nice little play by the shortstop there, Hildenbrandt. After making an error early in this inning, he decides to backhand it. No shot at a play at first base.
Or even home plate, as we have just tied this game up there.
Yeah.
Great hit from Michael Davini. Little chopper on the left side. Gets over the head. And we are now tied here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, 2-2 now in the bottom of the 5th. Davini that'll be ruled as an RBI single. No chance the throw would ever beat him. And Disson, trying to advance from second to third, was out on the throw. Cole Karniarski is now up. Checked the swing, but didn't go around. Ball 1. Again, 2-2. Jordan Disson, RBI double to right center field, scored 1. It was second and third. Davini had a high chopper, got over to third baseman Sebring's head. Was able to bring in a run on the single, but Disson was thrown out going from second to third by the shortstop Hildenbrandt.
Let's see if Karniarski can continue this rally and get us another run and continue the hits going for Saddleback so far.
And again, Karniarski was tied entering this game with the conference lead in RBIs. He also leads the Saddleback Bobcats in home runs with 5 on the year, batting above 350 as well. This one is rocketed by Koniarski. Will it drop? It will not. Great catch by the left fielder Samoya, and that will end the inning. The Saddleback Bobcats tie up this ball game in the bottom of the 5th, 2-2 as we end the top of the 6th. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and a Saddleback YouTube live stream. Welcome back to Doug Fritz Field, and now we have a great ball game on our hands with the Saddleback Bobcats tying it at 2 as we head into the top of the 6th. Score 2 in the bottom half of the 5th inning, and now Golden West, a great opportunity. They have their top of the lineup due up in Jonas Sebring. He's batting right around 400 heading into today's game. He's batting 396, and he also had a 15-game hit streak as well, like Disson heading this game, but he hasn't gotten a base hit yet. Disson has 2.
So let's see if Farmer could deal with the damage here.
Strike 1 called on Sebring. Nice little fastball going inside on Sebring.
Yeah, looked like it was a slow fastball. Didn't bring the heat there, but
Yeah,
you gotta throw them where they ain't, man.
yeah. Farmer, it's not a. Oh, this one is crushed by Jonas Sebring. Koniarski keeps trailing back, and he'll make the catch. It's weird because there's no. Oh, it looks like there is wind. I don't feel any wind, but the ball, like Golden West's hitters, have been crushing it to left field, but Koniarski has had no trouble. He's been making 2 routine catches near the warning track, but
yeah, and they've been doing a great job at smoking that thing to left field.
hasn't been falling down for Golden West so far since they've hit it to the left side. I don't know if it could be the wind holding it up from going out of the ballpark, but here's another power hitter in Zach Samoya. He'll try laying down a bunt.
Bunts here, and that's gonna be strike 1 as he bunts it foul.
Yeah, bunted it, just fouled it off behind home plate. It was a curveball there by Farmer. And these 2 pitchers on the mound today for both teams, starting pitchers, Brett Wozniak, and Ryan Farmer, kind of the complete opposite. Wozniak throws pretty hard. He's got nasty stuff, as shown. He's the now conference leader in strikeouts, and he has, 8 or 9 today. And Farmer only has 1 strikeout. He's a pitch-to-contact hitter, and that's another strike 2 on Samoya.
And something we haven't seen, Farmer's been throwing the slower fastballs, while Wozniak, he's got that killer curveball that we mentioned, and a killer fastball that he's been managed to get a couple of our Saddleback players out by check swinging and on the corners.
0-2 pitch from Farmer. Fastball sails above Disson's glove.
As we saw Disson there trying to glove it, and it was tipped off his glove, and he couldn't corral it.
Yeah, 2-2 ball game. Both pitchers have 2 earned runs on them, but Golden West have 4 hits to go with 3 errors. Saddleback has 6 hits to go along with 1 error. Left fielder Samoya, 1-2 count on him. Farmer's in the windup. The pitch fouled off right behind us, and we flinched, right, Justin?
Yeah. Again, that's the 4th time we've had a ball come right at us, flinching each time. Comes right back at us. Thank goodness we have a cage right in front of us to block us from balls coming up. Only way we're getting one is if it pops up and hits us right in the booth here behind home plate.
Yeah, very rare instance where it pops up that high and right to us, but it could happen. Just always got to stay aware of your surroundings, especially when you're at a baseball stadium. Next pitch from Farmer. This one's rocketed. The cars aren't even safe in that parking lot, and lucky enough it didn't hit a car. Yeah. That's probably the furthest ball I've ever seen hit foul at Doug Fritz Field.
And to the left side. We have seen balls go deep to right, but, you got that left side parking lot at the back, to the right and to the left of us. Hits a car.
Yeah, it's very far away. It's pretty far away from this field, too, because it's on a hill. And this one will be hit to center field. Naso comfortably under this one. He'll make the catch for a second out of this inning. But, yeah, Golden West hitters, they have 3 really good power hitters on that team. One of them was the last hitter in Samoya. Sebring's their other really good power hitter. He's batting leadoff, and Arroyo's batting in the 4th slot. But these hitters have been crushing the balls, but they've all been pulled foul, and that's probably because of Ryan Farmer's velocity. He's not a fast pitcher, and that's working to his advantage because all of the hitters have been really early on his stuff so far. This one's a chopper. Davini goes back on it. Spin throw, makes a beautiful play. Michael Davini has really showcased his glove today. As we head into the bottom of the 6th, the score is still tied 2-2. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and the Saddleback YouTube live stream. on the mound. Both of the pitchers have pitched really well, though. Wozniak, strikeout pitcher, high pitch count. Farmer, pitch to contact pitcher with a low pitch count. So this could be the inning that Saddleback knocks out Golden West pitcher Brett Wozniak out of the game. Stuka will drop down a bunt to the third base side. Wozniak has to make a tough play, and he can't get there. Luke Stuka with a leadoff base hit on a bunt. And that's a high baseball IQ play right there. Stuka, as we mentioned earlier in this broadcast, is a sneaky good bunter. He's got great bat skills. And he put it on the third base side for Wozniak to make a difficult play. He had to field it with his glove and make a spin throw. The throw was on target. It was pretty fast, but Stuka got down the line in a hurry. And now he'll be out first to lay off the inning. Zachary Schwartzberg, a very high contact hitter, will now be due up. He'll show bunt to pull it back, and it'll be ball one. Wozniak might have said something to the umpire there. Wasn't sure who he was talking to. Looked a little bit frustrated there. That could have been a strike. Schwartzberg shows bunt again. This time he goes at it. Cannot make contact, so it'll be strike one. Jonas Sebring, the redshirt freshman. Third baseman coming into UC Santa Barbara over there. He's playing him Schwartzberg in. He'll show bunt again. This time he'll bunt it, and it'll go foul towards the Golden West dugout. So 1-2, Schwartzberg will be swinging here. Bunt to Tep that goes foul with 2 strikes would be an out. This would be a smart play for Schwartzberg to just swing the bat here. Schwartzberg, mentioned earlier, from the San Diego area, coming from Gonzaga University. 1-2 pitch from Wozniak, and it's a swung on and miss by Schwartzberg. 9th strikeout in the game for Brett Wozniak, as Lance Garner, the hero in Game 1, steps up to the plate. Just a quick summary here. 2-2 ball game, as we're in the bottom of the 6th with 1 gone. Luke Stuka was able to get on base with a bunt base hit towards the third base line, making Wozniak make the play. Beat out for a base hit. Garner will take the first pitch inside for strike 1 on the curveball.
Well, we have these power hitters like, Garner coming in, to this game. Last game, like we said, he was definitely a huge part of that win. So let's see if he can give us a 2-run homer right here.
Yeah, for his first home run of the season, this one's hit hard. Sebring fields it, throws it second to Cassis. Back to first, and this will not be in time. The first baseman, McGran, cannot pick it cleanly, but that would have been ruled safe as Lance Garner hustled on the line. So fielder's choice. Tyler Declusion, the designated hitter, will now be due up with 2 gone. Wozniak making quick work with the Bobcats this inning, which is good for him because he's at a high pitch count. He's at 88 pitches through 5 and 2/3 with 9 strikeouts.
We could see Wozniak throw 100.
It could. We'll see if the Declusion can get up there. He's a very pesky hitter. He's batting above 350. He's also first on the team in stolen bases. Fouls off the first pitch there, but yeah, Wozniak, this is probably going to be his last inning of work, I'm just going to assume.
I say he goes 1 more, Dylan. He's
That's
been killing it for this team, and Farmer for us. I think he goes 1 more inning as well.
That's a good prediction there. Strike 2 taken by Declusion. Another curveball by Wozniak. We'll see if he goes to a curveball again and strike him out. That's been his go-to strikeout pitch today. He does. Declusion hits this one hard. There's a shortstop. He'll make the play, and no, he will not. Declusion beats it out, so it'll be an infield base hit for Tyler Declusion with Jake Naso up, and Jake Naso hasn't gone out today. He's 2 for 2.
And Dylan, that was Saddleback's 2nd hit and run of the game, and it worked to perfection.
It did. They had it on earlier for Michael Davini, and it worked. Naso went to the third base, and now we'll see here. Naso's also a very highly skilled hitter with the bat. 3rd on the team in on-base percentage.
And Naso's had a great game so far, making the sliding catch in center field and, delivering some good bats earlier. Let's see if he can get it one deep.
Looks like a curveball there away, taken for strike 1 by Jake Naso. Heading into this game, he's batting .326 as well. He doesn't have a lot of RBIs, but that was because he's been hitting leadoff for most of the Saddleback games. This time he's batting in the 9th hole, which is considered by many coaches to be that second leadoff hitter. Naso will dribble this one to the second baseman. Casas charging in. Will Jake Naso be safe? He will not be safe. They make the play, McGrann's limping out the field. I think Naso accidentally stepped on his ankle, but that'll end the bottom of the 6th inning. We're heading to the top of the 7th. 2-2 tied ball game. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and the Saddleback YouTube live stream. Welcome back to Mission Viejo, California. It's the site for today's ball game you are watching. Saddleback Bobcats versus the Golden West Rustlers. It's a 2-2 ball game as we head into the top of the 7th. And Justin, this has been a very quick game. It's only been an hour and 30 minutes, and we played 6 full innings.
Yeah, Dylan, I think this is the fastest game in Saddleback history so far. You know, you haven't seen in the minor leagues that they want games to go by faster by having a pitch count. We don't have a pitch count. It's just been really fast pitches, double plays here and there for both sides.
Right.
And we've just seen great, batting and some just wonderful pitching from Farmer and
and catcher Adam Arroyo grounds out to Davini for the first out of the ball game. Or sorry, this inning I should say. But Arroyo on the first pitch was a curveball. He checked his swing, went down to the first base umpire who didn't say he went around, but it doesn't matter now. He's out. Dylan Kordick will now be up. He's 1 for 2 in today's ball game. Kordick just playing right field, wearing the number 17. Takes a high fastball by Ryan Farmer to begin this at bat for ball 1. Farmer, again, we were talking about this earlier, how these two pitchers are kind of completely opposite in their games, right? Farmer, he's gone 6 1/3, but he's only thrown 60-ish pitches, 60 pitches, 61 pitches. He's been working very well. Wozniak has also been working very well. Even though his pitch counts up at 90, he has 9 strikeouts.
Yeah, Wozniak has had a great game along with Farmer for Golden West. So let's see what Farmer can do for Saddleback on this pitch.
Another ball taken outside by Kordick. And now it's 3-0.
A rare sight to see Farmer throw a 3-0 count here.
Yeah, he hasn't walked the batter yet.
Yeah, first 3-0 count of the game for either side.
And it's ball 4. So 4 straight balls by Dylan Kordick.
If you ask me, I think that was an intentional walk right there. Because he threw it in the same spot all 4 pitches. So I think it's an intentional walk, Dylan.
No. I mean, I just think he was trying to aim outside. He just couldn't hit his spot. But Kordick is a dangerous hitter. He was batting .389. So, yeah, he just didn't want to give him something to groove because he also has 2 home runs. So he can hit the long ball for sure. And now here's another guy who can hit the long ball, Noah Estrom. He's got a home run, 19 RBI. He's batting .346 on the year. Plays catcher, but he's DHing today. First pitch on the way by Farmer. Chopper, Davini fields this one in fair territory. Backhands makes a play. Great play again by Michael Davini. He has been phenomenal at the hot corner for the Bobcats today. He's made a lot of stupendous plays, and there have been a lot of high choppers like that one where he had to jump up and he had to make a play where his weight is shifting towards the Saddleback dugout.
Yeah, Davini can really throw a ball like a spicy hot meatball.
Spicy hot meatball. Those are the balls that he loves to hit as well because he's batting up above 400.
See what Farmer could do on this pitch. Inside there.
Yeah, DJ McEvers. He was the hitter. He has the only RBI in today's ball game for Golden West. It's a 2-2 tie right now in the top of the 7th inning because he had an RBI triple, DJ McEvers, and then he was able to advance home on error. So even though he went home on his own base hit, it doesn't count as an RBI for him because it was an error. But one where he advanced the runner from first to home is considered an RBI. So we'll see a meeting on the mound between Ryan Farmer and the catcher Jordan Disson with 1 ball, no strike, runner on second.
Trying to get some signs maybe, as we did see Farmer, walk about her earlier in this inning.
Yeah, Kordich over there at second base. Very lanky right fielder. Next pitch from Farmer. Fastball tailing inwards. Jams. Stuka fields it, throws it to Farmer. Great play. To end this inning, Ryan Farmer making quick work of Golden West yet again. As we get into the bottom of the 7th, it's a tied ball game 2-2. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and the YouTube live stream. If you're tuning in late, welcome. As we begin the bottom of the 7th, the home stretch of this game. 7th inning stretch usually would be at a major league ballpark or minor league ballpark for that matter. And we'll see Mooniam pinch hit here to lead off this inning in a 2-2 tied ball game. Saddleback have 6 hits in total in this game with 2 runs, and Golden West only has 4 hits with 2 runs as well.
Mooniam, known as the Korean Shohei Ohtani for our Bobcats. He has been really good so far this season with some good base hits and a couple home runs. But Mooniam, freshman here at Saddleback, let's see what he can do.
Moon is pinch hitting for Jake Naso, who's batting in the 9-hole slot, the center fielder. So this will take him out of the game. So I think this should take him out of the game. I don't know if he'll come back as a defensive substitution, but that'll be interesting to see what Coach McCartney does, because Moon usually plays in the corner outfield spot. Naso's the starting center fielder, so they might put O'Connor, who actually, Moon is batting for Jonathan Bain, because O'Connor came when the pinch ran after Jonathan Bain was taken out with injury. My apologies. Jake Naso was the last out in the last inning, but Moon is pinch hitting now for O'Connor, who pinch ran, and he'll hit this one to right field.
It's that out of the stadium again.
Foul ball.
And into the parking lot.
Yeah.
5th or 6th time we've seen that today.
Yeah, they've all been late. It's all been to the right side, too, for Saddleback, because Wozniak throws very hard, and he's got a really good curveball as well. So hitters have been trying to guess all day. But 2-2 pitch to Moon, and it'll be ball 3. Full count on Mooniam. Transfer implant from South Korea. From Seoul, exactly, the capital of South Korea. Full count pitch here from Wozniak, and this will be strike 3 called.
Another one today where we've seen it looked like a ball, and the ump has been calling it strike.
Yeah, Moon threw his bat to the Saddleback dugout because he thought that was a walk, and I thought that was a walk too.
Yeah, third or fourth time that has happened today so far to Saddleback.
Probably gave Wozniak the benefit of the doubt because he's been striking out so many batters today. But here's Jordan Disson. who had a huge RBI double to kickstart Saddleback's rally in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And that was Wozniak's 10th strikeout of the game so far, so he's hit double digits.
Strike taken by Disson on the other part of the plate. Wozniak is near 100 pitches. He's at 99. So this should be his last inning of work. I'm going to assume that it is, unless Saddleback get to him with Disson and Davini up. And Disson does go around the curveball blocked by Arroyo. He'll throw down the first, and it's a easy play made by the former Capital Valley catcher, Adam Arroyo. He was at J-Sarah, and then he went to Capital Valley, from my knowledge.
So that's a quick 2 outs for Golden West.
Brett Wozniak is 11th strikeout of the game, 6 2/3. Looking to make it 12 on Michael Davini, but that'll be a hard strikeout to get.
And here's Michael Davini up to bat.
Davini is 2 for 3 in tonight's ballgame, 1 RBI, and he showed a lot of great defensive plays as well. Strike 1, taking a curveball away.
So let's see what Davini can do here.
Davini is committed to Coastal Carolina for next season. Strike again on the outer part of the play. It looked like it might have been a fastball, probably.
Yeah, like we've been saying all game, you know, Saddleback has not had a chance to get a lot of hits on base because these fastballs and curveballs being thrown to the side and into dirt, and they've just been swinging at him.
0-2 pitch. Davini is able to chop this one to the third baseman. Sebring and they both miss it. So Jonas Sebring and the shortstop Hildenbrandt, I believe it went off the third baseman Sebring's glove, and it went off the arm of Hildenbrandt, the glove arm, I should say. So I'm assuming this could be this should be ruled an error, but it could be ruled a base hit for Davini. But yeah. Cole Karniarski is now up.
So let's see what Karniarski can do here for Saddleback.
And they'll rule it as a base hit. So Davini is now 3 for 4 with an RBI in today's ball game. Yeah, he has been probably Saddleback's best hitter, along with Disson too. Disson had a huge inning for them. Cole Karniarski.
I was going to say, gentlemen, that I think that hit was going to be a base hit because the way it just, again, another chopper towards that left side of the field.
That is true. It is a hard call to make because Davini was flying on the first base line. Karniarski lines it to right field. This will be a base hit. Davini, oh no! It goes by the right fielder of Kodrick. And now Davini will go to third. Koniarski goes to second. And wow. So it was a base hit by Koniarski to right field and an error to advance them both up a base. And now this is a huge, huge at-bat for Saddleback coming up. Luke Stuka, the first baseman, is now up. Cal State Northridge commit, former Corona Del Mar Sea King.
Let's see what he can do here. If Stuka, we've known he has the power at the bat.
And they might make a change now, warming up in the bullpen. Or they might give him some time as well. I don't think they want to change Wozniak now. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. He has thrown 105 pitches, so this will probably be his last batter if they want to keep him in. It looks like their manager's not going to ask him to take the ball, so they'll just have him out meeting. Right-handed pitcher warming up in the bullpen, waiting Zachary Schwartzberg if he does come up to the plate.
And we have seen Luke Stuka, hit them out a lot this season. So who knows? Maybe Stuka will knock one out right here.
Yeah, Stuka is 1 for 3. He had a beautiful bunt base hit to lead off the one inning. Last inning where they started that rally.
And remember, he did get a bunt hit in the last game we called. So let's see if Stuka can bring home Davini and give us our first lead of the game.
Yeah, like Justin was saying, this Stuka has some big power. He's tied for second on the team in home runs with 4. He's also batting .353 on the year. Lefty-on-lefty matchup, though. We'll see how Wozniak does. He has 11 strikeouts. And Stuka fouls out the first pitch for strike 1, a fastball away. Now, this is a prime opportunity. They're leaving in Wozniak for the lefty-on-lefty matchup, and Wozniak has had the advantage on Saddleback hitters all day. But Stuka is a great all-around hitter, so this is the premier matchup in this game.
And we have seen Wozniak throw that fastball at Stuka multiple times to start off the at-bat and then switch into a changeup on the third pitch usually. I'm sorry, curveball on the third pitch to just get him swinging.
Right, now After another foul ball by Stuka, it's 0-2. Stuka does have a strikeout in this game on a curveball. But he also has a base hit here. So let's see. Defense are pretty far back. This one is a chopper, and it'll go foul. Yeah, they're playing him pretty far back, even though there's a runner on second and third. They have 2 outs, so they just want to try to make the play at first base. Davini's on third. Koniarski's on second. Tied ball game, 2-2. Bob in the 7th with 2 outs. After Koniarski singled in an error by the right fielder, Kodrich. Next pitch, Stuka swings and misses. That's Wozniak's 12th strikeout of the game in 7 innings of work. That will most likely be his last inning on the mound for the Golden West Rustlers. As we head into the top of the 8th inning, it's still a tight ball game, 2-2. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and YouTube live stream. Welcome back to Doug Fritz Field here on the campus of Saddleback College. It's a 2-2 tied ball game as we head into the final home stretch, top of the 8th inning. Pinch hitter will lead off our Golden West. 2-2 ball game as we mentioned earlier. Ryan Farmer, the starting pitcher for Saddleback Bobcats, is still in this ball game. He's gone 7 innings of work, 1 strikeout, 2 earned runs, 67 total pitches. Great job at pitch efficiency, making quick outs, and that's why this ball game has only been an hour and 43 minutes, and we've gone through 7 innings of play.
Yeah, and it's been, all pitching this whole game, despite both teams getting 2 runs early for Golden West, and then Saddleback getting it in the middle innings.
Pincher here for Golden West is Mylan Jones, number 5, coming from Irvine, coming from Beckman High School. He's got a weird stance going on. This one fouled off. He's got that Giancarlo Stanton-looking-esque stance with his front foot closer to home plate than the back foot, closing him off. Showed bunt the first pitch, but was a strike, so 0-2 now on Jones. Ball 1 taken by Jones. 5 fastball by Farmer. Jones is sitting at 5-5, so he's got a very small strike zone for Farmer to work with. And Jones is going to use that to advantage here in this at-bat. Swing and a miss. Great pitch by Farmer. That was a second strikeout of the game. Yep, Justin by Farmer. That was the changeup in the dirt. And that was a great job of using kind of his small strike zone to a disadvantage for Jones, because it's hard to throw pitches high and strike up Jones because he's 5'5", so he's got a minimal strike zone. Yeah. But going down below the zone, getting him the swing was a good job. And now we'll see the shortstop, Davis Hildenbrandt, up for Golden West.
And it's huge for these umpires to have that electronic strike zone, as we see a bunt go foul.
Yeah, speaking of that electronic strike zone, they've been using it in the minor leagues. They haven't been using it in junior college play here, but they have the electronic strike zone in the minor leagues. It's gotten some mixed reviews. I've watched a couple of videos on it. There's one usually where, like, catcher would get crossed up and it would look like a ball, but went across the plate as a strike, so they call him out. So that's a very interesting review there. And it's this one, curveball by Farmer, blocked by Disson. It'll be a ball 1. 1-1, 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. It's a 2-2 ball game. Saddleback baseball have more hits so far than Golden West. They have 9 hits compared to Golden West's 4. They also played more clean defense, where Brett Wozniak on the mound has been huge for Golden West. 7 innings, 2 earned runs, I believe 12 strikeouts, right, Justin, for Wozniak?
Yeah, 12 strikeouts for Wozniak, as he's been just a terror on the mound for the Rustlers today, throwing those nasty curveballs in the dirt.
Farmer pitched slow roller to Lance Garner at shortstop. He'll make the play for the second out. Farmer again moving quickly. That's why he's still in this game, even though we're through 7 2/3 innings pitched, because his pitch count's below 80. So he could go into the 9th inning too if they're still tied or they're down possibly. But we'll see what happens. And now here comes Golden West's best hitter, Jonah Sebring up. He's in danger of losing his 15-game hit streak he's got going on, Justin.
Yeah. And I would like to mention that Farmer, he's had a great game so far. And the reason why it's been so low scoring is both teams have been hitting him, striking out for Saddleback most of the day. And then a lot of ground balls to the shortstop leading to double plays and single base outs for Golden West.
Yeah, good mention, Justin. A lot of double plays have been turned by Saddleback today between Gardner and Schwarzberg, shortstop and second base. This one's fouled off by Sebring towards us. This will just evade the back of the stands. So it's a 1-1 count on Jonah Sebring, who has arguably been the best hitter, not just on this Golden West Rustlers team, but in the whole conference. He leads the Golden West Rustlers in about 9 different stats, including stolen bases, average, and home runs. True 5-tool player. No check swing by Sebring. That pitch was very wild by Farmer. A curveball in the dirt, and it blocked off the distance and looked like a knee pad and goes into the stands. 2-1 count on Jonah Sebring. He had a really hard rocket to left field, too, last inning, too. Didn't go out. Wind held it in.
If Sebring did check his swing, he would have been safe because that ball would have been out of play automatically.
Yeah, that is true. There is 1 strike, so he wouldn't have gone down. But if there was 2 strikes, yeah, he probably would have been at first base right now.
I thought it was a 2-1 count, but that one was 2-1.
2-1 count, yeah. Davini fields this one in foul territory. He'll still make the throw. Practice is perfect. Always got to practice your throws, especially for Michael Davini, who's been seeing a lot of action on high choppers today, and he's made great plays over at the hot corner.
Yeah, and just throwing them all the way to Stuka, diving catch, throwing it over there.
Yeah.
We've seen just a lot of hot action from Michael Davini. He's got my player of the game vote along with Ryan Farmer.
Yeah. Davini's been crucial on the hitting side. Farmer on the pitching side. Here's another pitch. Sebring gets jammed, and this will be a base hit, so he'll continue his hit streak. Very bloop base hit to center field, but anything goes for Jonas Sebring as he keeps his hit streak alive, extending it to 16 games now, along with Jordan Disson, who has a 16-game hit streak. They both have the same amount of hit streaks going on into this game, and now they both extended it. So now we see Zach Samoya due up for Golden West. He's another huge power threat, and he showcased it because he hit it all the way to parking lot in foul territory last at bat. And here comes Coach Sumner McCartney. This looks like it will be the end for Ryan Farmer, and a great outing for him. 7 2/3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk in only 80 pitches. Very efficient on the mound for Saddleback. He's getting dap-ups, high-fives, hugs from the rest of his Saddleback Bobcats infielders. They're all on the grass awaiting his arrival. And here comes Joshua Meekins, one of the best relievers in the conference. Saddleback has a great 1-2 punch going on between Meekins and Arthur Liu. Joshua Meekins will be on the mound to finish this inning, and we'll be right back. coming out to Meek Mill, and they're all just chanting Meek Meek in the song. I really like this intro here. You know, just brings a whole presence on the mound, Joshua Meekins, as he's been one of the best relievers in the conference this year.
I would say, you know, Meeks, he's been throwing great for Saddleback. We did see in our last broadcast that Dylan and I did, Meeks came in and just pitched a solid when they played OCC. But coming into this game against Golden West, trying to put that intimidation factor here into the 8th inning. So let's see what Meeks can do.
This is Joshua Meekins' 20th appearance on the year for Saddleback, his most on the team. And he's got a 1.14 ERA, which is good for second. Behind the closer for Saddleback, Arthur Liu, and he might get a chance if Saddleback can get a run in the bottom of the 8th. And now here's, again, Zach Samoya up, and he'll foul off the first pitch from Meekins. And Meekins is kind of opposite of Farmer. Meekins is a very good strikeout pitcher. He doesn't have K per 9 above 9, which is a strikeout per inning, but it's very close. He's in the 8s. But Meekins throws pretty hard as well, and his ERA is almost under 1. Jonah Sebring, the conference leader in stolen bases at first, and he'll go picking off. Ooh, that was very close. Yeah, tight. Yeah, Meekins' throw was a little bit off. Stuke had to go off the bag, but if that was on target, that would have been a very close play to get out speedy Jonas Sebring.
I still think Sebring would have been safe, even though he did have that big leadoff, and Sebring again has another big leadoff.
Yeah, well, it's tied game, 2 outs. You don't want to make the final out on a stolen base attempt, but again, Sebring leads the conference in stolen bases. He can do another pickoff. No tag applied by Stuka.
Just trying to check him there.
Yeah, he did a little hidden ball trick there. He kept the ball in the glove, acted like he was throwing back, but it looked like the first base coach was very aware of the situation. Zach Samoya is 0 for 3 in today's ball game, which is kind of a surprise, but Farmer's been doing a great job of limiting Golden West's damage, and that's a ball from Joshua Meekins.
And we did see Sebring move there. He was thinking about it and then went back to first when we saw the ball drop.
It's hard because Jordan Disson's a fantastic defensive catcher, as well as the other side, or for the other team, I should say, Adam Arroyo. Great defensive matchup between these two catchers. Another pickoff by Meekins. Saddleback did their homework, knowing that Sebring is the conference leader in stolen base. He's got 21. That's almost as more than the whole team, because Saddleback has 32 stolen bases as a team, and Sebring is at 21. Not a strike. Fans are kind of rattled up after that missed call, I should say.
Yeah, it looked in the dirt from our angle, and it looked low from where we're sitting, but the fans disagree with the umpire.
Yeah, it was just above the dirt. It looked like it was right at his knees, too. It was a very iffy call, but 2-1 on Zach Samoya. Next pitch from Meekins. This time he goes with a curveball away. It'll be 3-1.
So Meekins starting out with a rough start to this 8th inning. So hopefully Meekins could get the count back to full count on this next pitch here.
Meekins only has 6 walks on the year, so this would be his 7th if he did walk Samoya. Again, Sebring's on first. A very, very speedy runner. As fast as you'll see in this conference, he'll take off. It's a ball, so Sebring, even though he slid head first, Saddleback infielders knew he would be safe no matter what. So that's a walk from Zach Samoya, and now we'll see Casas do up.
With 2 men on for Golden West.
Correct, yeah. 2-2 ball game, tied game, as we're in top of the 8th inning with 2 outs. Meekins came on to face Samoya, and then he walked him. Sebring's on first. Sebring's on second. Samoya's on first. Samoya's got 11 stolen bases. Sebring has 21. Ball away from Joshua Meekins. Steven Casas is 1 for 3 in today's ball game.
Jordan Disson goes out for a mound visit with Meekins, trying to settle him down.
Yeah, Garner also coming in word to talk to Meekins. Meekins is a great relief pitcher, too. He's gone out of a lot of jams in this season, so we'll see if he can get himself out of this one right here. There is 2 outs, so ground ball into the infield should be able to put him away, knock on wood. But Saddleback's infield defense have been great today, and their only error, they have an error charge against them, but that was on a throw from Naso and Davini couldn't come up with it cleanly, so it was very hard to rule what it was.
And
but
it did lead to the
run
Golden
scoring,
West's
yes.
2 runs.
Meekins, fastball away, beautiful spot. Strike 1 called. So 1-1, 2 gone. Runners on first and second, and it's tied 2-2 ball game.
All they need is 1 out here. You don't need to go, for a long out. Just go for a quick one.
And he does. Ground ball to Zachary Schwartzberg. Makes the play. So Meekins gets out of the jam, and Saddleback will have their bats ready for the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a tied ball game 2-2 as we head again then into the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR Radio 88.5 and Saddleback YouTube live stream. All right, welcome back to Doug Fritz Field for this broadcast of Saddleback Bobcats baseball versus the Golden West Rustlers. We're tied 2-2 as we head into the home stretch again. Bottom of the 8th inning, tied game with a new pitcher on the mound for Golden West after Brett Wozniak went 7 innings with 12 strikeouts, only allowing 2 runs. The new pitcher for Golden West is number 21. Of Luke Higgins from Riverside High School. He's from Hillcrest, California. Zachary Schwartzberg will lead off for Saddleback. And there's a few defensive changes for Golden West. Mylan Jones, who pinch hit last inning, will stay in the game in right field. Dylan Kordick, who's in right field, he'll move to first base. And Gunnar McGran will be out of this ball game. First pitch is a ball away by Luke Higgins. He's a pretty hard thrower. Big dude as well, standing at 6'1", 190. Redshirt freshman. One-zero pitch coming from Higgins. Away again, but this time it misses again. 2-0. Higgins will be making his team leading 19th appearance on the year. He's thrown 24 2/3 innings pitching. He has a very good record, 3.65 ERA. Two-0 pitch coming from Higgins. Schwartzberg will foul this one off towards the Golden West bullpen on the right side.
And again, Saddleback has just hit it on the right side.
That's where their success has been, really, because Disson hit a right center field double, and then Davini also hit one to center field, too. Hit it towards the right side for another RBI base hit.
Yeah, what's most surprising about this is they're going opposite to right field, and it's just showing that opposite field sometimes works out in the favor.
Schwartzberg skies one to center field. McEvers is charging. This might want to drop, and it does. And Schwartzberg will advance on second base. Really good heads-up running. Again, it drops up in the Bermuda Triangle of fielders. That was a newly into the game right fielder of Mylan Jones, excuse me, just newly into the game. He pinch hit last inning, and the wind blew it right towards him too because McEvers from center field was coming in. The second baseman Casas was coming in, and it just fell in front of Jones, and Schwartzberg hustled all the way around first to get up to second. So this will be a double for Zachary Schwartzberg. And the scorebook, it all counts the same, Justin.
Yeah. You could say he was using the Schwartz there.
Power of the Schwartz. Oh, man, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Great movie.
Spaceballs?
Great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, may the Schwartz be with Schwartzberg.
Garner tries showing bunt, pulls it back on a curveball. Is taken for strike one. Garner asking the umpire where that was. But Lance Garner is 0 for 3 today with a strikeout after being really the hero in their win 9-6. He had
like I mentioned before,
yeah.
Sorry to cut you off there, but he hit that oppo to right center. So again,
Schwartzberg?
Yeah. That opposition field hitting has just been helping Saddleback, with the bats today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Schwartzberg would like a better go of the ball with a hit, but again, Garner's going to show bunt. Here's a pitch from Higgins, and he'll foul it off. So it's 0-2 on Garner. Saddleback trying to play some small ball here, trying to get the runner up to third.
And remind you, small ball has worked out in the past this season for Saddleback.
Yeah, and even though they have a lot of good sluggers on their team, Garner is kind of like their last kind of big slugger because Declusion and Jake Naso are up next, and they're great bat-to-ball skills. So just a base hit from them would definitely bring in a runner from home if he's at third. But Garner will be swinging away now with 2 strikes.
It's probably going to be a ball outside to the left, and he'll swing.
Let's see. Ooh, Justin, you're right, but he didn't swing. So 1-2. Went with a little slider
Tried
there.
to get him to swing on that slider. Good movement on that slider, though. So let's see if Gardner can put one into play. Maybe get the run home or advance him to third. Yep,
2-2 ball game. Schwartzberg is at scoring position at second base. Lance Garner is up, the hero from the first game of the series. 1-2 count on Garner. He swings and misses at a high and away fastball for strike 3.
There's a good chance from Gardner there, but now we got the big bats of Declusion and Naso.
Declusion and Naso are both kind of the same when it comes to their bat. That are really high contact hitters, and they're both speedsters as well. Declusion leads the team in stolen bases, so getting him on would be crucial because if you can get him on and Schwartzberg doesn't come around the score, you might have runners at first and third, and Declusion could probably easily advance to second with a stolen base.
Or sac fly even to get the runner home.
That is true. Well, it'll be a little bit tough because the runner's at second right now, but Declusion fouls off a pitch off of his body.
Third, what I was trying to say.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, it would be, sac fly would also work too because there'd be one out with Declusion on base as well as Schwartzberg if that does happen. But it would be a good scenario for Summer McCartney to be in with a very high contact hitter in Naso coming up if Declusion does get on and Schwartzberg is still on and doesn't score.
And we could see Declusion try and use that contact, but it seems like that was more of a power swing right there on that last pitch.
0-1 pitch coming. And this one's a high chopper to the shortstop. He'll go back on he'll make the throw, and they'll call him out. Wow, interesting play, especially with a speedy Declusion going on the first base line. That was a very bang play. I don't know about the decision to go back on the ball by the shortstop Hildenbrand. That was a very questionable play. Golden West defense have been very shaky all day, to be honest with you. But that was a good play by Hildenbrand. Very strong throw to get out Declusion. And Jake Naso will now be up. So there's a runner on third.
With 2 outs in this inning.
2 outs.
Can Naso deliver a punch that could give us the lead finally?
Jake Naso is a very clutch hitter. He came from Chibouka Hills High School, where I was team manager on the team with Jake Naso, and Jake had a very crucial hit in one of our CIF games, I believe his sophomore year, or his junior year. 1 of 2, and they're going to intentionally walk. Yeah, they're intentionally walking Naso.
So it's our first actual intentional walk of the game. So I know what they're doing here, Dylan.
What are they doing, Justin?
They're going to go try and get a play at second base and try and get Naso out.
Interesting. I think that is true, but I also think that because Moon Eom is now up to the plate. He came into the game for Liam O'Connor, who pinch ran for Jonathan Bame, who suffered an injury earlier. Now here comes a mound visit. But anyways, Moon Eom is a right-handed batter, and Higgins is a right-handed pitcher. So I think they're just trying to favor the matchup. But you are right, too, because putting Naso on first, even though he is speedy, if a ground ball is hit to the middle infielders of Hildenbrandt or Cassis, shortstop or second base, they can just easily flip it to second.
Yeah, and like I said earlier about Mooney on being the Korean Shohei Ohtani, he's not a two-way player, but he can definitely hit the ball with some contact and
some pop too. Yeah, he has a homer.
Runners on first and third. Don't expect him to try and hit one to the left field or even go oppo to right field and drive in that leading run for our first lead of the game.
Yeah, Moon plays a very solid right field. In our game earlier, when we did Santa Ana live to tape, he made a fantastic play in right field against the wall that helped kind of bring momentum to Saddleback, and they won that game.
The crowd is getting pretty restless and loud here at Doug Fritz Field.
Moon Eom takes the ball outside for the first pitch in this at-bat. Naso is standing at first base. Number 14 of Zachary Schwartzberg is at third base. And this is a tied game, 2-2 ball game. Golden West have the numbers against them right now. Runners on the corners with Moon Eom at the plate, making his second plate appearance. And Eom waxes one to right field. He's under this one. He'll make the catch. So a little bit of trouble there from Mylan Jones. He had to go back on it and charge back in. He made an error earlier in the inning, but redeems himself by making that play. Saddleback have runner in the corners, and they cannot redeem themselves after leaving those runners stranded. We're heading into the top of the ninth. Joshua Meekins still on the mound for Saddleback. It's a tied 2-2 ball game. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 and Saddleback live stream. Welcome back to this live stream broadcast, as well as we're broadcasting on the radio, KSBR 88.5, of this game between the Saddleback Bobcats and Golden West Rustlers for baseball. The catcher Adam Arroyo is now going to be leading off for Golden West against reliever Joshua Meekins, who came in last inning. Arroyo was batting around the 286 mark heading into this game with 6 home runs. He's 0 for 3 in today's ball game. No strikeouts, though.
That was a good inside pitch on Aurora, even though it went ball. And we will see Saddleback batting ninth here.
This one's crushed to right field. Moon is going back. This will probably drop, and it does. It'll drop, and it's a ground rule double for Adam Arroyo. Took a huge hop off the warning track and bounced right over the fence. That was a difficult ball to read off of the bat from Adam Arroyo. Moon Eom did his best. He was sprinting towards the fence, but that ball was crushed, especially with the wind blowing that way too. So Adam Arroyo, great leadoff start for Golden West. They have a runner in scoring position now with the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up.
Yeah, both teams are trying to get, that winning / leading run. So for Golden West to have an opportunity like this is huge, especially with Aurora already on base and already with an extra base hit there. That is huge for this team right now. Let's see what Meekins can throw at the next at bat.
Number 17, Dylan Kodrich will be due up now for Golden West. He's 1 for 2 in today's ball game. He was originally starting in right field and moved to first base. They're
2 first pitches for Meekins.
Meekins, yeah.
Shows up and throws 2 almost identical pitches to start both at bats.
Meekins is up on the count on Kodrich. It's 0-1. Going away this time. It's ball 2. Also, if you notice, Jordan Disson had to go change gloves in between the batters because I guess his regular catching mitt might have broke. So he's now wearing another glove. We'll see if this might affect Disson at all, but he should be fine.
Yeah, and it did look like it broke off when that pitch went high earlier in the last inning, or a couple innings ago.
1-1 pitch from Meekins. This one's fly to left field, and this will go foul. So 1-2 on Kodrich, sorry. Noah Estrom is the designated hitter. He's on deck, and followed by DJ McEvers, who had an RBI triple, first RBI of the ball game for both teams.
See what Meekins can do here on this 1-2. I'm sorry, 2-1.
The 1-2, yeah. Meekins pitch, that was a curveball away, and this will be in the dirt for ball 2. So 2-2. This game has been moving fairly quickly. We're at 2 hours and 11 minutes in this tied 2-2 ball game in the top of the 9th inning. It's been working really well because both pitchers have been on their A-game, starting pitchers, I should say, with both the damage done from the hitters coming in one inning. Another ball there by Meekins was a curveball away. So full count now on Kodrich after he was down 1-2 in the count. So good piece of hitting there by Kodrich, being patient and waiting for his pitch.
If Meekins is smart here, he would throw it down in the dirt to try and get him to swing.
Yeah, we'll see here. He is a full count. Swing and a miss by Dylan Kodrich. And Joshua Meekins gets a huge strikeout there. So 1 out now in the top of the 9th. Adam Arroyo, the catcher, is standing at second base. Now here comes Noah Estrom, the designated hitter for today's ball game for Golden West.
Right there, Meekins needed to throw it down low with a fastball. Got him swinging.
That was a great pitch. That had some little run action, too, from Joshua Meekins. This is his first strikeout of the ball game.
The rare running fastball, if you will.
First pitch on the way. It's fouled off by Noah Estrom. Estrom is 1 for 3 in today's ball game. On the air, Estrom is batting .346. A home run and 19 RBIs. This one we skied again towards the Golden West bullpen, and the batting cage is on the right side. So Meekins making quick work right now. He's trying to set down these Rustlers hitters quickly. It's 0-2. Saddleback's wearing the all whites with the pinstripes. Forgot to mention earlier, their uniforms with red S hats. Golden West wearing black tops with green helmets. This one's skied up in the middle of the infield. Schwartzberg calling it off. He's under it. He'll make the catch.
Fly.
2 outs. After that leadoff double, ground rule double, I should say, by Adam Arroyo, the right field, sorry. Meekins has made great progress. He's been able to strike out the next hitter and get that next one to fly out. And now here's 22, DJ McEvers, excuse me. He had a huge hit with 2 outs early in this ballgame, an RBI triple down the right center field.
Yeah, and Dylan, to mention the rare infield fly rule, we had it happen to us last game, and now here in the top of the 9th, we have it happen to us again.
This one is line drive. Schwartzberg makes a play!
Oh my goodness, what a play from Schwartzberg!
Leaping up to rob McEvers of possibly taking the lead for Golden West. Zachary Schwartzberg jumping off the ground like he's Michael Jordan going for a dunk, don't you think?
Well, you should call Schwartzberg Spider-Man, but like I said earlier,
the power of the Schwartz,
man.
Power of the Schwartz.
Power of the Schwartz.
We're heading into the bottom of the 9th. It's still a tied ball game. Saddleback have a chance to win this ball game, walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th. You're listening to Saddleback Baseball on KSBR 88.5 in the Saddleback YouTube live stream. inning. We're tied 2-2 between Saddleback Bobcats and the Golden West Rustlers. New pitcher is on the mound for Golden West in this inning. Fino Amador, the 5'10 right-handed pitcher from Los Angeles area, Hamilton High School.
Yeah, it's a rare to see an LA kid come play here in Orange County, so a little LA-Orange County rivalry maybe?
Possibly. Amador is making his 15th appearance on the year. Jordan Distance leading off for Saddleback. He'll take a curveball inside for ball one, but Amador is making his 15th appearance again, second most on the team behind Luke Higgins, who came in earlier. Amador is a very good strikeout pitcher. 20 and 2/3 innings of work, 23 strikeouts. Disson will line this one, will just go foul. Amador does boast a 5.23 ERA though.
And like we have mentioned before multiple times in this game, Jordan Disson, he's known as the Pennsylvania Hammer. He can crush him deep. He could, get some good line hits.
Yeah, exactly.
He could hit a walk-off and maybe.
Well, he started that rally. Yeah, started the rally in the bottom of the fifth. He had an RBI double, and this one will be a fastball away. He'll take it. Disson just recently committed to the University of UCSD, I should say, University of California, San Diego, to continue his baseball career next year. Transferred here from Richmond University, played baseball there, and like Justin said, he's from Pennsylvania. Curveball away. It's taken for a strike, 2-2. Disson doesn't agree with the call. A lot of these hitters today have not been agreeing with calls.
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with the umpires calling it a ball to the left and right, just outside of the strike.
Yeah, Jerry Nierhoff, a foul ball by Disson on the right side. Jerry Nierhoff is the home plate umpire. Stu Raines is the first base umpire, and Evan Hughes is the third base umpire. We didn't say that earlier, but even though there's been some yelling from both sides really about some calls, this umpire crew has done a good job at keeping everyone calm after maybe some rattling up, and Disson will take another ball. 3-2, full count to the team average leader in Jordan Disson. He's batting, he was batting around 380 and entering today's ball game with a 15-game hit streak. Now that hit streak has been extended to 16. 3-2 pitch. Disson goes to the right side with it, and it eats up the first baseman. He still makes a play. Great job by Dylan Kordich, who came in from right field to go play first base. It was a very high chopper again. He had to feel it at his hip, didn't feel it cleanly, kept it in front of him, made a great play to toss it to Amador for the out. And now Michael Davini, the third baseman. And look, Justin, you were saying this is your candidate for the MVP of the game. He's been phenomenal on both sides of the scorecard today.
Yeah, he's been killer on that third base bag. Like you said, the hot corner. Just been making great diving catches, epic throws. Who knows? Maybe he could hit a walk-off.
Strike one taken. Good pitch by Amador. Fastball tailing inwards. Davini is also 2 for 4 in this game, and he is the other RBI along with Disson. Koniarski is on deck, and he is the OEC leader in RBIs heading into this ball game. Davini takes a pitch in the dirt. Looked like it might have been a changeup. Davini transferred here from the University of San Diego, along with the man standing on deck, Cole Karniarski. Davini was a stand at Aliso Niguel High School. 1-1, and it's an easy take for Davini, a fastball away.
Mind you, Davini has been really good on the bat so far. He's got, like you said, 2 hits so far, and it has led to, chances for our Bobcats. But Davini, he's got a good bat.
Curveball away, taken for a strike. Davini again also doesn't agree with the call. Saddleback batters have really shown their motions towards Jerry Nierhoff's calls today. Fino Amador is ready for Davini to step in the pitch. Curveball in the dirt, it's ball 3. So another full count here. Amador won the first battle with Disson after Disson struck out. So let's see here what Davini will do.
Full count in the bottom of the ninth.
Oh, sorry. Disson did not strike out. Sorry. Ground ball to first base. But anyways, continue on, Justin.
Yeah, full count in the bottom of the ninth. You love to see it.
Ball 4. Davini walks. He is fired up to get on base and try to be the winning run in this ball game. And here's a good hitter for that, Cole Karniarski, left fielder.
Yeah. If Karniarski could hit it deep and get it out, might as well call him the Karniarski Kid.
Cole Karniarski leads the team in home runs this year with 5, and he also leads, again, we've mentioned this a lot, but it is a crucial stat. He leads the OEC in RBIs.
I'm sorry, the Karniak Kid is what I meant to say. See if Cole could hit one deep for us.
So Koniarski took the first pitch. It was a fastball away from Fino Amador, the new pitcher for Golden West, for ball 1. So
Davini on first base.
yes,
Big
ball
lead
2.
for Davini there. As ball 2 was thrown.
Curveball in the dirt. And Arroyo was looking back to Vini. These two played against each other probably many times. Arroyo from Capo Valley. Later, he was originally at J. Serra, transferred to Capo Valley, and Davini was at Elisa Niguel. So they could have crossed paths. Most likely they did, maybe in some scrimmages. 2-0 count on Cole Karniarski. Strike 1 looking on the outer part of the plate. Good pitch there by Fino Amador to try to get himself back into this at-bat.
It's rare to see a batter like Karniarski take 3 pitches in a row. Expect him to swing on this 4th pitch if it is in the zone.
Two one on the way. Karniarski rips this one to left field. Going back, and it's off the wall. It's Cole's world, and we are living in it. Michael Davini scores, and it's a walk-off RBI double by Cole Karniarski.
Bobcats win. And a huge hit from Karniarski. The Karniak kid does it again for Saddleback.
Saddleback Bobcats win this game in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-2 is your final score. Cole Karniarski walks it off with an RBI double off the wall. Saddleback wins this series now, even though there's 1 game remaining. They continue their win streak. They're at 9-game win streak. They remain first on top of the Orange Empire Conference. During the game, we got a notification that Riverside were up, so Saddleback will most likely still be 1 game ahead of Riverside, but they hold the lead for now with 4 games remaining in the conference. Golden West will now be 20-16, 6-11 in the OEC, and Saddleback are now 28-8, 13-4 in the OEC.
And Golden West will officially be eliminated from the playoffs with this loss to Saddleback today.
So, who would you say is your player of the game? Would you say it's Koniarski?
No, Michael Davini.
Davini.
And
I like it.
He's been killer all game. You know, being the winning run. You can't write a better script than that, Dylan.
Exactly. Davini has been on tear all game as well. And Cole Karniarski finishes 2 for 4 with an RBI. Ryan Farmer picks up a win. And the loss should be on Armador, who just came into the game. So that'll conclude things. Thank you for tuning in to this live stream and radio broadcast. We are broadcasting on Saddleback's Radio, KSBR 88.5, as well as the YouTube live stream. Once again, my name is Dylan Luden, along with my co-host, Justin Gantz, and that'll be a ball game. Thank you for joining us.